Good afternoon. Afternoon, guys. Or afternoon, Leon and Dill. Hope you're well. Apologies for the different stream time today. My car had an engine fault. Had to sort that out. And I just thought, well, do you know what? I'll do a US Open stream because maybe people that aren't on the normal streams in the morning can join in. But maybe I was wrong in that scenario. It seems everyone's used to me streaming in the morning. Anyway. Hope everybody's well. I hope your trading is going good. Right. Let's get in the markets, shall we? Afternoon, mate. Afternoon. Right, so I was wrong about the SPX. I think that's pretty clear. Although, technically, I did say the buys is to the downside. My hunch was just that it potentially moves up, but that's okay. We have come down. You know, we got to that decision point, right? We got to that 20. Just pretty much identical as what we did before, basically around that 20, and we moved to the downside. So yeah, a continuation of this makes sense. It is certainly risk off. We are at these lows now. We've tagged basically the low here. If I just move this area a little bit, we can see that there. Basically bang on a tag of the, what price area is this? 3855, whatever, the lows. And we're getting a reaction which we probably expect from these lows. But overall bias is certainly continuation to the downside. So there's a few more things on my watch list today that I'll go through, specifically those yen pairs. I am expecting the yen and the Swiss to be pretty strong. Dollar is slightly different. The dollar bias has come true in terms of it's coming off a little bit, but certainly risk off. So we could get another leg lower. For me, again, from an investment standpoint, that's okay. I did say I've bought here, I've bought here, and you know what? I'll buy down here as well. So, hey, Silver. Silver, actually, I think you said that we get down to around this 200 MA, right? So that may be a correct call. And let's see how far it goes. You know, let's see how far it goes. It's certainly risk off, certainly. So yeah, SPX down, possible slight reaction here over US, but look for a break underneath to be a bit more comfortable. Not that I wouldn't be comfortable buying the yen, the yen and the Swiss, but that's certainly where I'd be looking for setups. Dollar's coming off as well. Still in pullback. 4 hour we're coming down, possibly giving our complex corrective here potentially. We broke through this support zone, retested it, and it's kind of coming down now. It is pullback at the moment from a daily perspective for me, albeit it's not a very nice pullback. Not a very nice pullback at the moment. It's showing some momentum to the downside. As I said, if we possibly take this as an impulse here, we could get a deeper pullback before continuation. I think if the stocks can decide to continue to move to the downside, I think this pullback will be bought into, and a pullback into the dollar makes sense. Just not yet. Just not yet. If we're seeing something, I like this 4 hour chart, obviously. If you see something on here on the daily that says, okay, potentially pullback is over, that has still got to be the bias. So dollar down, just looking for that reason to buy it up. I think buying a dollar essentially on a discount would make sense, right? So dollar pullback, SPX down is my bias right now. Okay, let's go into my opens trade. So this GA trade is been absolutely horrible, I have to say. I still like it to the upside. You know, I put these lines on here. I'm not a very big trend line person, but we're certainly looking like we're in this wedging structure here. From a daily perspective, I was looking at this just before when I did my scan there. So it's getting to the area. As I said, I could take this as a breakout, or I could put my order in now. Absolutely, I could put my order in, stop here, or potentially stop here. But it needs to kind of go from a daily perspective, right? It won't go today, but certainly tomorrow, because then we get to the point where this ranging area or this accumulation phase here is getting a little bit too long in range for me to be able to take a breakout because it would not fit my entry criteria. So I still do like it to the upside. You know, as I said, this is still technically bullish as long as we don't break these lows here. Well, we could actually break these lows, come down and tag this area. That would still be okay for me. It would still be valid. I still wouldn't mind it. We still got the 200 as dynamic support. We're just looking for that follow through. And if we do get some, if we do get a push, hey Amira, if we do get a push up here and do break through this area, it is in a nice position. You know, it could just be accumulation. We could just be getting accumulation orders in here before we move to the upside. But it's still counter trend, so I wouldn't be surprised if we move down. You know, with I know the pound has not been strong. I do expect the Aussie to be a little bit weaker if we do break through in those markets, you know. But, you know, as I said, we've still got a little bit of barrier to that price. It's just one of those pairs that we're getting caught in a range on. So just let it do what it needs to do. I still like it long. Let's see what the US Open brings. Hey, Nick. So, yeah, Pound Aussie and Euro Aussie, I'm still in. Yeah. Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? It's gone. It's gone, Leon. It's just gone out of my head. Anyway, so Euro Aussie as well. Euro Aussie, I'm just looking for the exit signal. If I wasn't in this trade, would I like this to the upside? Yeah, I would actually. You know, I wouldn't be trading it. It's not really a breakout retest for me, but it is looking like a breakout retest. It doesn't look to me as if we need that complex. So again, very similar to GA. We're just looking for that real push, this kind of push here. I actually thought we may get an exit signal yesterday or the day before. We've not got that yet. So again, today or tomorrow, we really need this to push. Or we don't really need this to push. We really want these two pairs to push and you know, get us some profit really, instead of just you know, been in this trade on Pound Aussie for like 6 days and I'm at break even. You know, is it 6 days? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 days, and I've gone nowhere really. So anyway, so GA and EA, I'm still in. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Apart from my car, but what can you do? At least it's just a little thing. Problem with the spark plug. Okay, setups today. Aussie CAD is just gone. I was looking at this short from a head and shoulders, but because we've broken up this right shoulder, I'll take that off there. So Aussie CAD is actually gone. CAD yen. CAD yen looking at a breakout retest. I like where this is on the 4 hour. You know, we seem to be failing from this push. Certainly from this bar. Obviously that risk off nature would make me favor buying the yen right now. I know CAD's been relatively strong, but certainly the momentum here is to the downside because of recent price action. So 1 hour or 30-minute setup here. If I put my area in, let me move this over. There we go. So cup with handle here. Looking for this to break through. I've got a cup with handle, V reversal. Ideally, I would have liked a little bit more in here, but let's see how this retest goes because it has broke to the downside now. If we do end up potentially respecting this area, let's see. I need a proper break here. I like the fact we've had a small reload, but you know, in terms of our 30 to 50, I didn't really want to break that soon. But let's see how, if it does break through and it retests, what price action looks like for potential continuation on CAD yen. Again, the bias for me makes sense of buying that yen. Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the hourly looks to be setting up. We've got our initial structure here. Obviously, trend for crypto is down, respecting this area, which I'm considering our B wave, A, B, C. Excuse me, getting our consolidation or our secondary structure here, getting that 30 to 50% digestion. The daily is starting to look a little bit better. You can see we're digesting that move a little bit more. I don't think it's perfect yet. I don't know if we actually get it. I would actually rather this to come up a little bit more, do something like this before it moves to the downside. But let's see. Bitcoin, I do want to short the crypto market. It just may need a little bit more time. I mean, it may not even break through, and it may have a little push because for me, not quite ready for another leg to the downside. But let's see. Euro yen. This is looking a little bit better. This is a little bit better than CAD yen. We're getting some reactions and support around this area, which we want. So again, the initial basing structure, V reversal in here. If we can get a little bit more accumulation, getting that 30 to 50% digestion of our basing structure prior to a break and retest, I would really like this, right? Euro yen, it's in a nice position. You know, daily confluence here, risk off confluence. The 4 hour does look good. We've had that euro climactic and sold into, pull back to the 20, not extended from that 20. And this just looks nice. This is a trade that makes sense to me. You know, it makes sense to me buying the yen. Yeah, okay, I've got a euro Aussie trade, but that's more selling the Aussie rather than buying the euro. And yeah, I would say this is the pick of my watch list today for sure. Euro yen shorts. So nice setup. You could even just look at it from here, really. You know, you could look at it. Well, actually, no, you couldn't. Well, you could maybe. As a V reversal here. Essentially, we're looking at the same thing. So if we look in here, we obviously need to digest this latest impulse, which for me, it's not done here just yet. So a little bit of accumulation, breakout, retest, continuation. Yeah, would like that trade. There's nothing much more to say. That is certainly the pick of the trades today for me. What's this? Kiwi Swiss. Yeah, I like the premise. Buying the Swiss, selling the Kiwi, breaking, retest, support of key level. Let's have a look at Kiwi Swiss. It's had a decent move though. Had a decent move. Your entry was up here, right? So you're looking for another entry, Nick. That was a good entry. You could look at this. Yeah, I mean, if you got your entered in there, you'd be a happy man. I don't know if I'd be selling it right now, personally. I think if you're in it, yeah, be in it. If you're looking for a breakout retest here, this is just not quite enough for me, you know, from where we've come from. For me, I agree. If we do break through, then the Swiss should be a beneficiary and the Kiwi not, in terms of that markets. Daily looks good, right? Confluence with the daily. This is kind of hanging on in here, but you know, maybe you get a reaction around there at the bottom of that channel, possibly. 4 hour again is obviously bearish. So yeah, I mean the idea makes sense, right? Selling the Swiss, buying the Swiss. Oh, you didn't get in a trade. Oh, that sucks. That would have been a lovely trade. Yeah, that would have been a lovely trade. But yeah, as I said yesterday with my SPX analysis, wait, that was the kind of key thing yesterday. Because if you see this bar here, right, when we're at that decision point, this is your entry catalyst, right? So if you're looking at those yen and Swiss pairs against the commodities, that's when you do it, right? That's when you do it, or on an hourly, if you see that kind of reason, and you say pretty confident with that downward bias, a downward technical downward bias, to get into the yen and the Swiss, and that's why we do our risk sentiment. So yeah, risk off, risk off. Hey guys, hey Darren. I mean, I think that's it for me, guys. A little more to look at, as I said. Euro yen for me, my favorite. Needs a bit more accumulation. Possibly one for tomorrow would be nice. Friday tomorrow. But apart from that, seeing what GA would do. I mean, this is kind of like the emotions of a trader. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good thing to note with these kind of patterns is you know, what we like to see usually is them break around 3/4 of the way through. So, you know, maybe we get stuck in this range a little bit more, possibly. Yeah. That's about it. How do I feel? It is a little bit, it's a bit frustrating, right? Because there's the thing with these trades, and I always try to get my bias hat off, right? I always try and think about it from all perspectives, right? Why are we not pushing through? You know, why are we melting from here? Obviously, we've got trend line resistance, we've got support, we've got the trend against us, right? But you know, when I saw price action like this, after we've got this impulse, after we've got this nice digestion, I thought this was going to go. You know, and I was thinking that, you know, if we can push through, which it never quite did. So if we go down to smaller time frames, right? It didn't quite get past that kind of, well, I guess here, you know, I don't massively like trend lines, but it's certainly respecting it in this area. And then just a massive drop off. So I try to just to keep my emotions out of it. Yeah, it's like, okay, it is like this, you know, you're happy, then you're a bit, oh, damn it. Then you're happy, then you're a bit, oh, damn it. Then you see this bar, you think, okay, are we pushing on now? And it's coming off and it's kind of frustrating. But again, if I go with the overall premise of that, we're not breaking, for me, these kind of lows, we are still pressuring into the area, it's still valid, right? And these were the trades before, right, where I would, and this is obviously in my learning phase, where I would take them out, and then what would happen? I would get annoyed or I get scared. It might come down here or a few downs, and I would just be fed up, and I would take it out. And then what would happen after I do that? It's crazy I couldn't stand and I left it. Yeah. But for me, what happened when I take these trades out was, boom, they go to the upside, right? So that for me is more frustrating than getting stopped out. So Mark Douglas trading in the zone, truly accepting the risk, right? So I've accepted that risk, and if it hits it, then fine. Yeah, getting stuck in the range is very boring, but you know, I can't bring myself to take it out because the premise is still correct for me, the way that I'm seeing it. And yeah, the main thing is, how annoyed would I be if I took it out and it went up and I was originally right? And I would be more annoyed at that than getting stopped out. So that's how I think about it. CAD yen might be a setup for you. Yeah, CAD yen I was looking at, Nick. I think it's broken through now, so I didn't really want this to happen. I wanted a little bit more support at this area, considering I need a little bit more digestion from this basing structure. So I wanted a little bit more in here, which is why I like Euro Yen a little bit better. But I like where it is. I do like where it is. I like it short. Makes sense. I'm kind of messed up, and when it bounces up and down, I enter a couple more times sometimes. Yeah. Just one of those things, isn't it? Just one of those things where you just got to put up with it. You know, you see, and it is, right? I see it go up and I like it, and you see this and you think, I was just confident at that point in time before this particular bar that this was going to push through, and then we came down, right? We got this, and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe come down and stop. Then we got some support here. We pushed through over London, and now we're getting this. So GA is a pair like this. It is a pair like this that's quite volatile, but essentially we are still in this, right? So, you know, we could go this and then, yeah, just waiting it out. Are you buying it? I'm already in it. Are you talking about CAD yen or GA, Nick? In terms of buying it. GA. Yeah, I'm already in it. I was in it 6 days ago. I was in it here on this particular candle. I was in it long. Almost was a few pips away from getting stopped. Thought I was going to go, and I've just been waiting around since then for 6 days, and it's basically at break even. So the question, do you change it live? Yeah, no, I just changed it today, funny. I just changed it today because my car broke down, essentially. So I couldn't do the live stream in the morning. I thought I was going to do it an hour or two later. Then I thought I would just do a US Open stream so that others that couldn't join in the morning could join this time. You thought you're selling, I would sell it. Yeah, I mean, the bias is, well, this is where my thoughts were, right? This was my bias was counter trend long, right? It's a counter trend idea. So I'm not expecting as high as a win rate on counter trend with trend ideas, obviously. Right, impulse corrective, I'm expecting GA to the move to the downside on this breakthrough. Okay, so we broke through, tagged these lows, got our V reversal, and what I'm looking at is a period of accumulation within this area. So, you know, I didn't take it. Obviously, I took it 6 days ago, so we just had our V reversal here, for me, right, up to these highs. So it's looking less likely for me at that point in time for trend continuation to the downside with how the price action looks than possible counter trend longs. And I like the idea of selling the Aussie because of where the market is, because of what was happening in China. Obviously, Aussie a proxy to the Chinese market. I know the pound is not any better fundamentally, but that was my reasoning for a long trade or a long idea in GA. Still like it. As I said, I still like it. Still like it. I think the reason, and also one of the reasons why I kind of want this to go long is I feel like it would be symbolic to kickstart my year again. You know, one of these things that you just almost get stopped out in and then potentially head up for a big trade, you know, after going through 2-3 months of quiet markets. It just kind of, for me, was like, I want this trade because it would give me a real push and that kind of, because I'm due something, you know, that patience and discipline. I'm always going to get something. It's going to come my way. So, yeah, when I was looking at it, I was trying to get that hat off as well. But let's see. I like it. I like it. You know, we look at recent price action as well. In terms of this 4 hour, what are we, 5 o'clock? So it's just open. There's still 4 hours before. We can't get a push here. You know, we're knocking on the door. We talk about the trend line, but also resistance. We're knocking on the door. We're getting that increase in pressure as we go. So if we can continue, then yeah, I'd like it. Anyway, who knows what's going to happen in the future, right? I wish I had a crystal ball. That would be lovely. But I don't. All right, guys, anything you want me to look at before I head off? Any questions? No? Oh, yeah. What we talked about yesterday, actually, about this. I'm going to add this in. Let me see if I can get this. Where was I got this account up just last week, ironically. I couldn't remember the password. So what I did, it was a few years ago. Let me see if I can get this account up. Oh, wait. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Let me just see if I can get it here. Obviously don't like showing too much. Yeah, exactly. I put it into my Blueberry. Here I've got it. Here I've got it. Okay, so here it is. So I've plugged it into here. And this was funny that you said this yesterday, Nick. Or actually it was Ash's idea, but so this was the account that I put $1,000 in. It's got 870 now here. So what we'll do, and this is a fun thing to do. So what we'll do is once a month, the kind of same with the 50K giveaway and the $200 giveaway. I haven't figured out how we exactly do it. What my thinking was, we do like a random raffle, like a random draw. You can put all the names in, all the people in the community, and whoever wins gets a $50 trade where they can kind of go for it. And if they win it, keep like half the earnings. So for example, you're 22 to 1, or even if you get 2 to 1, $100 trade, you can keep $50. I'll keep $50 in the account, and maybe next time it'll be 55, and maybe we do it that way. I think that would be quite interesting. Like, it wouldn't have to be even a home run or trade. You could just say, right, Ryan, if you win the raffle, I don't know whether it would be on the same day. Maybe we could say you've got a week to pick a trade, or within the next week, pick a trade for $50. And if you want to go a little bit more aggressive, you can. If you don't, then you don't need to. You can look for a 2-3 to 1 or something. I think that would be a good idea, because I writ this off. Honestly, it wasn't until recently, so it's funny that you talked about it, that I remembered that this was here. So we might as well do it, right? $50 is what? What percentage of that? 870, $50. What's that? Well, 87 is 10, so I guess around what, 6 or 7%? Anyway, free money, essentially, free money. Let me know if you guys like that idea. Do you like that idea? Think that sounds fun? Just a bit of fun that we could do once a month. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll try it. What date's today? 19th. We'll try it the next NFP when the next giveaways come. I'll do like one of these things, so I'm sure you can do like a random raffle generator. Like this. So we can do like this. And then if I put in, oh, here we go. So let's say we put in, who's on the stream? Ryan. I'll add myself in because I think this is quite fun. Ryan, Nick, Fonny, Amira, Leon, Silver, Darren, etc. And then we go click to spin. Who's going to win? Oh, it might be me. Oh, well, it's me. Okay, no, I won't put my name in. But let's say it land on Nick. Nick gets a free trade for 50 bucks and keeps half the winnings. There we go. Easy as pie. All right. Any more questions? Everybody else like that idea? Only Leon saying yes. Anybody else like it? I won't do it if you don't like it. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I was waiting for someone. I was waiting for someone to say, okay, good. Thank you. Funny. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Have a good day. I'll let you type Leon before I go. Okay, good. Okay, good. You like it. All right, guys. Trade safe. Have a good day. I'll be on in the morning tomorrow, obviously, Friday. And let's see what we get. I'll keep an eye on Euro Yen. Trade safe. Peace.